Forgive me, I've met a lot of people today. What was your
name? My name is Rob.
Rob, okay, I was going to say Robert. I was close. All right. I can just do one at a time here. We're here at the Reason Rally. Rob, by the way, we have your permission to use this on internet, television, stuff like that? Okay. All three of my friends, okay?
I get a percentage, right?
No, you don't get a percentage. This is all free stuff, man. Okay. All right, we are here at the Reason Rally with Rob and Tiana. We have your permission to use this, Tiana?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
They'll make you famous on the internet.
Yeah, no, famous might not be the right word. We don't make famous people.
On a DVD.
All right, we're here with Rob. We're here with Rob and Tiana at the Reason Rally. We got a couple questions for you guys. Is it impossible for God to exist?
I wouldn't say anything's impossible.
Okay, so anything is possible?
No, I wouldn't say anything is possible, but I wouldn't say anything is impossible either.
Okay. If I could prove to your satisfaction that God does exist, would you worship him, the God of the Bible?
If you could prove to my satisfaction that God does exist, the God of the Bible exists, would I worship him? No.
Why not?
Because he's kind of a jerk.
Okay.
I mean, he's kind of narcissistic too. I mean, the only reason he created this planet and everything here is so that we would worship him, right?
He demands all the glory. Yeah, as a creator, as a God, he can kind of do whatever he wants.
Narcissistic, isn't it? I mean, what would you say about a person who forms a club just so the people in the club will tell him how great he is?
I'd say if he formed the club, then he can do whatever he wants, right?
So you didn't say he wasn't a jerk, though.
Yeah, but where do we come up with morality is the question.
Well, narcissism isn't related to reality.
No, I'm sorry, morality. I mean, to say he's a jerk,
Morality,
to say he's a jerk is to make a moral judgment about one's character, and I would ask where the basis for that is. But I want to go somewhere.
My definition of morality, but okay. Anyways, go ahead.
Rob, let me ask you this: if it is not impossible for God to exist, could the God of the Bible reveal things to us in such a way that we could know them absolutely for sure, certain?
I suppose so.
Okay. How do you know?
Huge hypotheticals.
Okay. How do you know anything to be certain, Rob?
Evidence.
Okay, now it's my position as a Christian that without God we actually can't know anything. So do you know anything to be absolutely certain?
No, it sounds like you're getting ready to make a semantic argument, though. Instead of a reality, evidence-based argument, it sounds like you're getting ready to make a semantic argument.
Well, if I were to say, out of all the knowledge in the universe, how much do you have? And you came back with whatever number you came back with.
A minuscule amount, the tiniest amount.
And if I were to ask...
I would say you have the same amount also.
Okay. And if I were to ask, out of what you don't know, the vast amounts that you and I both don't know, could something contradict what you think you do know?
I suppose so.
Okay. So it's possible you could be wrong about everything we think we know, right?
It's possible that I could be wrong about everything. Every single thing, even about being wrong, which would make me right about that. So that would be impossible, wouldn't it?
Therefore, you're again wrong.
Argument, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. It's an illogical position to hold, is what it comes down to, and that's just what I said at the beginning. Without God, we can't have knowledge, and you're saying I don't know anything.
No, you can have knowledge without God.
But you just said you could be wrong about everything, that you could have no knowledge.
You could be wrong about everything also.
Now you're making a knowledge claim right after you said you don't know anything.
No, I said it's possible that I could know nothing. I said it's possible that everything I know could be wrong. But I didn't say I didn't know anything, and I didn't say that everything I know is wrong. What I said was, is this possible? In the vast world of like everything that could happen, there's a possibility that Superman exists. The blue outfit with the red tights and the cape and everything, it's possible that that is a real existent figure.
Is it possible that reality does not exist?
By definition, reality would have to exist.
Is it possible that you are a brain in a vat in some other reality?
That's possible, but that would still be a reality, though. You know what I mean? For reality, the definition of the word reality means it exists. So, you know.
Is everybody's reasoning valid? We're here at the Reason Rally. Is everyone's reasoning valid?
No.
If I did not know, or if I did not have valid reasoning, could I even know that?
You're making a huge argument from ignorance, is what you're trying to do. Saying that I can't possibly know this or possibly know that, so therefore I do know that God exists because I don't know this and I don't know that and I know nothing, so therefore I know something. It's a huge argument from ignorance.
Yeah, you're the one who said you don't know anything.
No,
and
I didn't say that. That's the second time you said I said that. I said it's possible that I could not know anything, but I didn't say I don't know anything. I know stuff.
So tell me one thing you know and how you know it to be absolutely certain.
Well, we know everything that we know within a measure of certainty. Nobody ever knows anything for 100% sure.
Are you sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure of that, but I'm not.
You see the logical problem there?
That's not an evidentiary claim. I'm not making a claim based on evidence. I'm making a claim based on logic. That's saying, which is two totally different claims.
Right, but you said I'm sure that nobody knows anything, and when I said,
it's in the same way that I said that reality has to exist because it's defined as reality. That I say that I'm positive that I can't be positive of anything. It's a rhetorical argument. And that, just like math saying 1 + 1 = 2, the reason it's 1 + 1 = 2 is because we've defined 1 and we've defined 2, and because of those rules we say that's what it equals. And because of the rules of language state that reality is a certain thing, defined as a certain thing. Why don't you go get a drink? We might be a while. Reality is defined as a certain thing. The definition of reality says that it has to exist, and the definition of knowledge.
what is knowledge? Or what is truth? What is truth?
Truth is what is the definition of the word truth? It's the positive.
But you're saying whatever it is, we can't have absolute truth?
No, we can't have absolute truth. Why don't you define truth and tell me how we can have a positive truth?
Truth is that which comports to the mind of God.
No,
And that's.
no, it's not.
But you just said it's possible there is no such thing as
I
truth.
have 5 fingers on my hand, right?
Do you know that absolutely for certain, 100% certainty?
Within a reasonable degree of certainty, yes, I know.
I'm talking about absolute certainty. Are you absolutely certain that you've got 5 fingers on
You
you?
make an argument from ignorance. I can't be absolutely sure of anything. I can't be absolutely sure that I'm even, like you said, not a brain in a vat.
Right. And then I would ask, are you absolutely sure of that?
To a degree of certainty that I'm comfortable with living my life on, I can say that I have 5 fingers in my hand. You know what I'm saying? We live in this world making judgments based on the reality we perceive. And if you perceive that it's going to rain, like it's about to rain now, you'll grab an umbrella and put up an umbrella. But you can't be absolutely sure that it's going to rain. And you can't be absolutely sure that it's not raining on you right now.
But you're sure of that?
But you still put up the umbrella, don't you?
Are you sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure of that. I mean,
And that's the illogical position that I just can't hold.
You're not going to give that up. You're going to keep beating on that 100% sure, 100% sure, 100% sure. What I'm saying is with most things, most people achieve at 99.999%.
How do we even know it's 99.999 if we don't know where the 100 is?
You can't make a measure. I mean,
You can't even say 99.999 if we don't know what 100 is.
Why are you talking into the microphone? Are you sure it's recording?
I'm sure. You're not sure.
You're not sure that that's recording. The
I'm
battery would have
absolutely
gone
sure.
dead.
No, I absolutely know for sure that it's recording. Your
Now you're just
worldview.
lying.
How do you
Now
know?
You were just lying.
How do you know I'm lying, Rob? Because you said you could be wrong.
Earlier, didn't you say that you can't know anything for sure without God?
I said without God we can't know
So
anything.
God is telling you that your battery is totally short. Basically what you're saying is because you got God in your hip pocket, right? Now you can say what's true, what's false, what's real, what's not. You can make all the rules for everything because you say, hey, I believe in God. Well, what if I say, hey, I believe in God. My God's different than yours, but my God's pretty awesome. Now I can tell you everything that's going on. I can tell you that, no, I don't think gays should get married. I don't think people of 2 different races should be able to get married, like it was illegal in this country not too long ago, if you remember. And I don't know if you noticed the color of my girlfriend, but your little religious group 50 years ago would have not had me walking in public with her.
So,
I'm not going to answer that, though.
I have no problem. I don't think there is such a thing as interracial marriage. I believe we're all of one race, and I believe that based on the Bible.
But
So
50 years
you're
ago,
judging
religion-
Christians based on the Christian worldview.
Based on their
But
actions.
what you just said is, hey, I could suppose a God. You realize that you have to give up atheism to suppose that God.
I suppose I could, but I mean, I'm not bound to atheism. I don't have any. Like.
But in order to defend atheism right now, you have to give up atheism in order to do that.
No, that's not defending atheism. We were talking about knowledge and not having knowledge, and and having how much knowledge you have about something.
And you said we could know nothing. We could be wrong and know nothing.
I said, yeah, there's a certain, you have a degree of knowledge, within a certain amount of certainty, right? You said that you can know that you are 100% sure, which, by the way, is a lie. Unless you can demonstrate it, unless you can show it, you don't know it.
How do you know that that's a lie if you could be wrong about everything, Robert?
How do you know that it's true?
That's revealed by God.
Because you got God. See, it's a card trick. You're using a card trick.
Now, here's what my position would actually say, Robert, that everybody believes in God. That's what Romans chapter 1 says. We all know Him. We are all without excuse. We suppress the truth and unrighteousness.
Because your book lies and says everybody knows that my God is the real God.
You don't even know that the book lies. You don't know anything.
Yeah, how do you know the Quran isn't?
You don't know that the Quran exists because you don't know anything.
You can't do this. You can't keep turning the argument around and pointing it at me every time yours gets weak.
I'm not even trying to defend mine. I said my position is.
I'm not trying to defend yours.
I said my position is that without God we can't know anything, and you've demonstrated, Robert, that I don't know anything.
No, I haven't demonstrated. I've asserted. What I've done is I said that there's a possibility that the things that I claim to know that I don't know. Everything we know within a degree of certainty.
Do we know that for certain?
Yes, because
you're certain that we know things based on a degree of certainty.
Let me ask you a question. If without God, okay, I want you to make a certainty claim on a statement, okay? This sentence is a lie. Is that true or is it not true?
That depends if it's a lie or not.
Use your God. Pray, do your little magic thing. This sentence is a lie. Is that true or not true?
It's not making a claim.
Because of the grammar of the wording of the sentence is how you determine the truthfulness of it. It doesn't have anything based on reality.
So there is truth, but we can't know it. Is that what you're saying? For certain? I'm just trying to understand your position. You're saying there is truth, but we can't know it for certain? You're certain of that.
Truth. Truth is just the accuracy of a claim. You can define truth as the accuracy of a claim. Like, I'm standing on the ground. Is that true? Yes, it's true.
Could that be wrong?
It could be wrong, but I am 99.99999% sure I'm standing on the ground, and now you're going to argue, well, you can't be 99.9999% sure.
If you don't know what sure is. It'd be
sure
like me saying, which one is closer to the truth? 2 + 2 = 5 or 2 + 2 = 1 million? We're going to say, okay, the one that's closer is 5 because we know what the truth is.
See, the thing about it is you're taking a 3,000-year-old book written by desert sheepherders.
You don't even know that because you don't know anything.
I didn't say I didn't know anything. You keep saying that I said I don't know anything.
You said you could be wrong about everything you think you know.
Yes, but that's not the same as saying I don't know anything.
It's the exact same, because if I say I could be wrong about something, then I don't have that knowledge, do I? If I say I know that your girlfriend is 22 years old, but I could be wrong, do I know how old your girlfriend is?
No, but I didn't.
Because I said I could be wrong. And you said you could be wrong about everything. You said you could be wrong about everything, didn't you?
Yes, but that's not the same thing as saying that I don't know anything.
It's the exact same thing.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Go and take an English class. It's not.
Tell me one thing you know and how you know it to be absolutely 100% certain.
I know that you're holding a microphone.
You know that for certain, 100% certainty?
I'm pretty darn sure.
No, I'm not talking about pretty darn sure. I'm talking about certainty.
You can't. I am 100% sure that you're holding a microphone.
So are you changing your mind on what you said earlier, that you can't know everything? You can't know anything for certain?
No, I'm not changing my mind. But I'm not going back and forth over this over and over again. You're smiling. You're smiling like you won a victory or something. Yeah. But it's That's Aaron Ra? He's a paleontologist. You don't know him?
No. Aaron Ra. Paleontologist Aaron Ra.
Yes.
I've probably seen him.
Listen. Listen, it has been fun.